you guys going? Well, I hope everybody's having a good, safe holiday of July 4th, and being careful with the fireworks, and even more careful with being on the road, because in the holidays is when all the loony birds hit the road. And it's really crazy, and it's not really a great idea to be out doing any driving you don't absolutely have to do. Me, I'm staying home. So take it easy there and be careful with the road, because, oh man, there's some crazy people out there, I'll tell you. Anyway, today is going to be the story of how I managed to eat over 6,500 calories worth of stuff in one day without really even realizing it. It is true, I didn't really realize that it was going to be that high. I figured it was going to be a little on the high side, yes. Actually, I thought it was going to be kind of high, but I didn't in the life of me. For any way, shape, or form, no way did I expect what turned out. Before I get to that, calorie information for yesterday. I did much better. The grand total, 1,360 calories for the day yesterday. Very good. If I can just keep that up, I'm golden. But we all know there's going to be ups and downs. So, working on it. Work in progress. Okay, here's what happened. The day before yesterday, I had something happen that doesn't happen to me very often. I actually felt hungry. You know, that hollow, empty, give me something feeling you have in the pit of your stomach when you haven't eaten something for long enough to actually feel that feeling. And with me, I could actually go 2 or 3 days without eating and not feel that feeling. You know, it's not something I experience a whole lot. But hey, I was actually literally quite hungry. And I knew better, I do know better, than to just sit down with a ginormous meal and just wolf down everything in sight. I know better than that. You know, so I opted to go with the bunch of small meals idea as opposed to 1 or 2 or 3 large ones. You know, just a bunch of little small meals that almost count as snacks individually. You know, that sort of thing. Well, I had some of these Johnsonville bratwursts. And I had some of 2 different kinds. The one kind was 230 calories each, and the other kind was 220 calories each. And I basically mix and match. Every once in a while I felt like, you know, I wanted something, and I was still feeling that hungry feeling, and so I'd get up and I'd pop 1 or 2 of them in the microwave and toss a little mustard on that, slap it in a piece of bread, and there you go. And I realized late in the day, in the evening actually, that I was going to be going kind of high. But I figured, okay, so I hit 2 or even 3,000. I'll deal with it and make up for it, and we'll go on. And then at the end of the day, I sat down to do the math. And here's why I am doing the math, that I'm actually keeping track of these numbers on a per day basis, because it is so easy to find yourself out somewhere beyond the moon without even realizing it if you're not paying attention to the numbers. And I didn't pay attention to the numbers during that whole day. I just did what I was going to do. Now, if I had done it right and updated numbers every time I had one, I'd have realized I was getting in trouble fast. All totaled, over the course of about 18 hours, I had about 18 bratwurst. Each one with some mustard and a slice of bread to wrap it up in. you can see where this is going. The 18 bratwurst consisted of 6 of one kind and 12 of another. The one kind with the 220 calories per came out to 1,320 calories for those. The other kind was 230 calories each, and there was 12 of those as opposed to 6 of the other, and that totaled up to 2,760 calories. Now with all those bratwurst, there was also 18 pieces of bread, which came up to another good bunch, 18 times 120, there you go. 120 calories a slice for the bread, which is insane, but there it is. There's hardly anything to a piece of bread, but there you go. It's because of what it's made of and so on and so forth. You can't help it. It's gonna be like that. And so you add all this up together, and then you add the fact that I also had 4 mugs of coffee, or was it 2? I forget exactly. My notes are not very careful here as to what is what. What I've got is totals for each type of thing. And what it all added up to was 6,540. I was so surprised by that I thought to myself, that can't be right. You have to have done something wrong. Boy, there's something wrong, all right. But no, I redid the math. And I'm reading the numbers off the package labels. I dug the packages out of the garbage, and I'm reading all the numbers off of everything. And I did this math 3 times, and it came out the same every time. So I was doing the math right. I got the numbers right. That actually was 6,540 calories in one day, and it didn't even feel like that much. I figured I was being smart about it, doing this. Let's have many small meals instead of 1 or 2 or 3 great big ones, because that's a better way to do it. Yeah? You still got to be careful about what? I never honestly would have believed that a single bratwurst would be 230 calories. I mean, it's not like I had those fancified cheese things. These were just plain bratwurst. One of them was beer brats, and one of them was just bratwurst. Weird. But there you go. Keeping track of the numbers is a good idea. Even if you're only doing it on a per day basis. Like I keep track of yesterday's numbers, and then I'm keeping today's numbers. But beyond, like tomorrow, yesterday's numbers are going in the toilet after I do the video about them. That sort of thing. And keeping track of the numbers, it's a good idea because it's so easy to find yourself way up over the top and sitting there wondering how you got there. But if you're watching the numbers as you're deciding what to eat and making it up, and you look at that, and you're watching the numbers when you're in the store, and that way you're much less likely to get caught like I did and find yourself having eaten enough in one day to keep your body's calorie needs taken care of for 3. Not only was that completely shocking, frankly, it's disgusting. I guarantee you I ain't doing that again. Not anytime soon. So there you go. There's the story of how I did over 6,500 calories in one day. It's not that difficult. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here. Mr. TinFoilChef.